Ready, Dash.
Alright, so my name is Dash, and I'm here to talk to you about video game violence contributing to crime rate. So I'm going to start out by asking you guys a question. How many of you guys in here think that video games is one of the main causes of violence? Okay, so my goal in this presentation is to persuade you to see it from a different point of view. 97% of 12 to 17-year-olds play video games. Of that 97%, 70% of them are rated under M. M stands for mature, which is intense violence, blood and gore, sexual content, and strong language. In 2007, 85% of parents used the rating system. And they use the rating system to decide whether they're going to buy this rated M game or T or E for their kid. E is mainly sports and racing. But the parents have the choice and the option to buy this for their kids. And if they decide to buy this for their kids, that means they are letting their kids open up to a whole new world. On the back of every game, they have a label that describes what is going to be displayed in this video game. Video games has been blamed for bullying, violence towards women, and school shootings. The average player for video games is 35 years old. When you're 35 years old, you should have the proper mentality to know if you're playing Call of Duty, you can shoot people in there, respawn, they'll respawn, and not do it in real life because you know you won't respawn or they won't respawn, and there's consequences for it. 15.5% of video games are rated M. That means over 75% are rated E through T. In 2010, mature games dropped from 6% to 6%, and school shootings rose. That means if you're gonna use the facts that school shootings are responsible for video games, the facts should at least line up. So if I could refer you to the first handout, the youth violence and video game sales data. The black bar graph is showing the video game units sold, and that is a steady uprise from 1996 to 2007. And the line is the youth violence that happened, and that is a steady decrease from 1996 to 2007. All right. In 1996, in the U.S., crime was at 2 million, and games were at 2.5 billion. When it hit 2007, crime reached 1.5 million and dropped. So that dropped to 500,000, while games increased to 9.5 billion. In my personal opinion, I would think that video games are a stress reliever because when I play them, they help me relieve stress if I've had a bad day or I'm anxious about something. If I could refer you to the second handout, my good old pal Willy Wonka here. So he says, oh, you think video games cause violent behavior? Tell me again how Japan has the highest video game consumption and the lowest violent crime rate. Well, that fact was done in 2007. Japan has a 0.02 murder rate out of 100,000 people. A quote from Villanova says that Professor Markey, they did a study that video games are, whether they cause an uprise or a downrise in video games, towards violent crime. And the quote is, finding that a young man who committed a violent crime also played a popular video game, such as Call of Duty, Halo, or Grand Theft Auto, is as pointless as pointing out the criminal also wore socks. So, all criminals, everyone wears socks. So that's the same thing as saying everyone plays video games. Everyone does play video games if you like that interest. It doesn't mean you're going to go kill somebody. My main idea today was to have people have a mind of their own, not go off what other people are saying about violence, youth violence, crime being contributed with video games. People should have their proper mentality to play a video game and know that they're going to have to suffer the consequences in real life versus a video game when you can get away with just about anything because it's not real. It's there as a stress reliever and it's there to have fun. Thank you.
job, Paul.